Good morning, dear colleagues. My name is Kadырбаева. I'm a teacher of English language, of NIS, of mathematics and physics in Taras. So my grades are 9th grades. So in the topic of the unit is charities and conflict. And the theme of the lesson is conflicts and solutions. So these are my topic. Learning objectives of my lessons are link comments with growing flexibility to what others say at sentence and discourse level in pair, group and whole class exchange. Use appropriate subject-specific vocabulary and syntax to talk about an increased range of general and curricular topics. Deduce meaning from context in extended text on a range of familiar general and curricular topics. So basically this lesson is devoted to the speaking, and also one activity which is devoted to the reading. Language objectives of my lessons are the following. Use appropriate subject-specific vocabulary and syntax to talk about an increased range of general and curricular topics. Use appropriate gestures, intonation, and correct pronunciation during role play. Lesson objectives of the lesson are: all learners will be able to express their opinions about arguments using their background knowledge. Define types of conflicts. Most learners will be able to match definitions with expressions by deriving meaning from the context. Act out the dialogue using limited subject-specific vocabulary, whereas some learners will be able to act out the dialogue using various subject-specific vocabulary. In the previous lesson, students learned about charity, though this lesson is the first lesson about conflicts and solutions. So at the beginning of the lesson, I introduced students with the lesson objectives, and then as a warm-up, I ask students if they have ever had a serious arguments with one of their friends or a member of their family. So they have time to think and recall their previous experiences, and we have the whole class discussion. After that, I divide them into pairs and ask the following questions. What was the argument about? Did you make friends again? Did you go to somebody for advice? So in this stage, it is better when they work in pairs, because first they think alone individually, then they share with their experiences and background knowledge with their peers, and after that they can share with their experiences and ideas with the rest of the class. After this one, I write types of conflict on the board and give them these types of conflicts, and elicit from them what do they know about them. So if they know, they can share with their ideas, they give me different ideas. And if they have difficulties, I try to give them examples and explain each type of conflict. After that, I give conflict cutouts for each student. So here 20 conflict cutouts. So I give one for each student, and teacher can choose, if there are 12 students, teacher can choose these cutouts by him or herself. So they have time to think, and their task is to define the type of conflict and justify their answers. After this stage, we have practice. So further we have role play. So before role play, they do matching task. So students read a page from a website which helps people resolve the conflicts. They read the web page and match the underlined expressions with their definitions. So students work in pairs. In this stage, a teacher should divide students into pairs by himself or herself, because it is better when strong student helps to the weak student, because for weak students it will be hard to do this task individually. And as an example, teacher can the teacher can do first task with the class, and also teacher ask students to underline keywords in the definitions, which help them to find correct answers. While doing this task, teachers should monitor the class. So if they have some questions or if they need help, teacher can help them by monitoring. And here three options how to give feedback for this exercise. First option is teacher float around and visually checks pairs answers. Teacher can correct their mistakes or show them their mistakes, and they can correct their mistakes by themselves. Option number 2, teacher can combine two pairs and they cross-reference their answers. So, and when they work together, two pairs, they can agree or disagree with each other. And here some questions arise between them, and so in this stage, after that, teacher can just choose those questions on which students disagree. Then the third option is teacher gives whole class feedbacks. So students one by one read their answers, and for the whole class teacher gives feedback. After this stage, teacher divides students into 3 groups of 4. So they are going to make a dialogue and act it out. So I choose from this conflict cutouts three conflicts. The first one is this one. Mike never does his home tasks and he always has conflict with his parents and teachers. This task is for one group, and for the second group is Romeo and Juliet's parents were sworn enemies, but the two teens fell in love anyway. This task is for second group, and for the third group the task is Paul had a reputation for being a troublemaker, and local parents would not allow their children to spend time with him. Jimmy was the only person willing to be his friend. So the task here is to find solutions for these conflicts. They have time to prepare the speech, and they act it out. Here I have a video, an extract from the lesson, so you can watch this video.
Hello, I'm friend Paul. I'm friend Jimmy, and I want to see their parents.
You are a very clever boy, and I think that you will be a scientist in future. But if you will his friend, you will be crying. And,
he don't affect to me, and you don't know him very good like me, and I know that he has some problems with his aggressive and his behavior, and I think that we must go to compromise.
so, Alina, what do you think about
I disagree with you.
But you don't know that his illness, he is sick with cancer mind, and he's aggressive.
Why are you so related to him?
Because he's my friend, and I don't have more money to recover, and I fight with boys and give from their money.
As I say, he has a cancer of mind, and it's affect to his aggressive and his behavior. And you shouldn't say that I mustn't be friend to him. And it's to be friend with him. And I want to be friend to him for something last days of his life.
we can help to your friends. We can. We have some money. Yes, you can recover in Germany, and I see that you will be healthy. Okay, thank you.
Can I be friend with him?
Like only 1 month.
So their task was about troublemaker student. And I have assessment criteria for this role-play task. So students achieve if they work in groups cooperatively. So, and also if all students take part in this role-play. They should use 5 subject-specific vocabulary which are related to conflicts and solutions. Also, they should use appropriate intonation, gestures, and clear pronunciation. And the last criteria is to keep time limit. And at the end of the lesson, I give them this worksheet, and they should answer to the following questions. Have you ever participated in an activity like the one today? They should answer yes or no. Did you enjoy this activity? Also yes or no. Give 2 reasons. Give 2 reasons why you liked or disliked this activity. Here they should write about their reasons, why do they liked or why do they disliked this activity. So this is the end of my lesson. Thank you for your attention.